Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing great. It's about lunchtime, so I thought I would do a lunchtime video because I don't do very many of those. I don't think a lot's been said about lunch and keto. So, I decided to try. It was actually called Big Mac salad, or low carb hamburger salad, whichever one you want. I can send you the link for the recipes if you want. It's just, I'm going to make some modifications. You know me, I usually do. If you don't know me, now you do. All right, so what we're going to start off with is making the sauce, and that calls for 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. And please, if you are watching, whether you're watching live or replay, please put live or replay depending on what you're doing. And also where you're live or replaying from, because I like to see like where everybody's looking in from. It's kind of nice. You know, I've heard people say I do pretty well with talking to myself. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, because being alone in the kitchen, you know, how do you be entertaining, right? But it does help really when I have some comments or some feedback. And I will do my best to address them all. So if you wouldn't mind just giving me a smiley face or a GIF, how is your day going today? And let's see, we're almost at the 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. You probably wonder why I'm doing it this way. Well, it's easy. It's easier than guessing with the cup. But honestly, I'm not that fussy of a cook, so some things come out and some things don't. Okay, so there's the mayonnaise, and the next thing we're going to have on the list is prepared mustard. So let's see, and we've got 4 tablespoons of that. This kind of comes out as a funky looking sauce, but I actually, you know, I tried it the other day, liked it. So I thought I would share it. It's not a half bad lunch, really. Well, actually, it would make a pretty good lunch. I was thinking it was more suitable for lunch than dinner, which is why I'm doing it now. But I finally got, I don't know, kick the tires on it, see what it tastes like. And so, come on. I did do some things that were really, really noisy ahead of time because I really don't enjoy having your ears be pierced with noise. So 2 tablespoons of dill pickles. I got it all chopped. Aren't you proud of me? I don't always do that. And then the next thing is a tablespoon of white vinegar. So if in a pinch, what I've done, hello, hi Stacy. Wow. Poison ivy and pulled shoulder makes for a bed. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I hope you feel better, Stacy. Sarah, hello. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that as always. Okay, so what happens if you don't have white vinegar? You only have apple cider. It's going to change the taste a little, but I would go ahead and use it unless you really, you know, I don't know. But I always keep one around. I like to keep this around for cleaning. I am not big into having to spray something somewhere and having to vacate the premises because it smells so bad. So that's just me, though. Some people like stronger cleaners. Anyway, back to my point, and sorry, didn't mean to go down a rabbit hole, but you know me, I always do. All right, so we have got 1 tablespoon of onions chopped. And because I put these 2 together, because later on in the recipe we're going to need sliced onions. So what we'll do is get that out of there. Yeah, it's going to make a nice little sauce. And save your dish, Lisa. What is going on today? Anybody other than, let's see, we had Stacy say that she pulled her shoulder, which I hope she feels better. And Stacy, if you need some help with that, PM me and I'll see if I can help you with that. I've used keto for about 3 years, just so you know, so I kind of help. I feel like I can help in some ways, and in other ways I'm still learning. I am using another system, and I hope you guys are noticing my weight loss. For those of you, if you notice weight loss, would you help me out? Or inches lost too? Anything? It helps. The feedback really helps. You guys are wonderful, by the way. All All right, so stop talking and get to business, Lisa. Okay, onions. We've got 2 teaspoons of swerve. I am using the organic erythritol. You can. I've also had swerve. It's great. Either one, whatever you choose. Your favorite sweetener, and you may decide you like it without. You can do that too. It's one thing I like about cooking in the kitchen, and I know we've kind of gotten away from that generationally. I was raised in a generation where you did that. I had to help at home. I was, the oldest girl, since 3rd grade, my mom had me helping getting things ready because she was a teacher and she would have conferences and it's like, you got to cook because I'm not there. Okay. Wasn't too sure about that at the time, but it actually has worked out really well. So we've got 2 teaspoons of the sweetener and a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, which I'm just using regular paprika. I'm not sure what the difference is, but that is what I'm doing. Now, you're going to see me modify certain things. I do that. When I send you the recipe, feel free to do it to modify for your needs. For instance, this recipe later on, you'll see where it calls for cheese. Cheese has not been my friend, so I'm not going to put it in my salad. If cheese is your friend, have a blast with it, okay? So what I'm doing here is just mixing it all up, to make the sauce, have it ready. And this is something you can keep in the fridge for later because I'm only making 1 serving. This makes about 4, and I need to keep this on. Last time, if you'll remember, it chimed out on me. I wasn't thrilled about that. Love electronics sometimes, most of the time. But anyway, yeah, so just get it good and mixed up and let it marinate for just a little while. And while that's getting the flavors in, what we're going to do is switch over to the hamburger part. And I'm going to modify this recipe even more because it doesn't call for bacon. While I don't like cheese, I am adding bacon. And that was the one thing, of course, I forgot. Luckily, I can find it. I did go ahead and buy some of this bacon bits ready to eat. You can just fry up some, cut it up and fry it up. It's just as easy to do that. Don't feel like you have to go out to the extra expense if you don't have that in your kitchen. Okay, so we're going to do about a pound of ground beef up. And I'm going to warm that bacon up just a tad. Normally, I would probably, and like I said, I'm skipping the cheese. You can do it whenever you like. But it's just not something I choose to do. Mostly because I have allergies. But I have something for... Hello, Stacy. You like using monk... Well, great. How does that differ a little bit from swerve? Do you have a different... Did you try anything else, or how do you compare? Because I've not tried the monk fruit yet, I'll be very honest. But I do like trying new things. So if somebody gives me a recommendation, I most likely will try it at some point. Okay. You know what? I don't like a mess. Do you guys like a mess? So I'm going to just get this out of the way real quick. All right. So we've got this heating up. And hopefully it will cook fairly quickly. I am not using the iceberg lettuce that it calls for either. I like the spring mix. Go to the iceberg if that's what you prefer. This would be sometime when you would be breaking that up. I don't need to with the spring mix. I feel it's just fine the way it is, so I'm not going to bother with that. It also calls for salt and pepper, which I'll add in a minute, and the onions. And it goes in a particular order, because this was after like a built sandwich. So anyway, how many of you are going out to lunch today, and how many of you are cooking in? Yeah. So I've been very happy with keto. Like I said, if anybody wants to see my driver's license picture, just put it in. I used to look like way out to here when I had really bad inflammation. So, I mean, my face has gone down, and I think I've lost like a foot of, or 10 inches to a foot off my waist anyway, because I used to really be puffy. And you see me wearing tank tops a lot, it's because I finally got a win. I never used to feel confident enough to wear them because I always felt like my arms were too flabby, and now I finally toned up. So it's really helped me with confidence as well as sizing down in health. So I would encourage those of you who are beginning to give it a shot, or give weight loss and getting fit a shot. I really and truly believe that our country and the world would not have been this troubled by recent events had we had our health a little more in check. So get ready, get set, go. That was my post today. Get ready, get set, go. Have things ready to fight this. I mean, we may not have another one of these for a good long time. I certainly hope we don't. But if we do, just be ready. You know, now is the time when we can take to turn the tide. We've had the sit down. We've had, you know, we've had a good long time to think it over. So turn the tide in view of your health. It's fun. You can make it fun. I can tell you, I've had enough recipes. Like, I've started converting recipes as well. So don't think you just have to get rid of all your family recipes. I know some people love macaroni and cheese. There is a way to do it keto, and you can do it low carb. It takes a little effort, but once you get used to it, you'd be surprised how many ways you can find a shortcut and make things your way. And you have more control over it, you know? It's kind of neat, you know, with grocery stores running low on certain items and stuff, you have to be inventive. You really do. And if you have got this under your belt, cooking under your belt, where you can kind of go around things and maneuver, like, not, you know, to work with all perfect ingredients and learn that it's okay, you're going to be great. And it's not that difficult to learn. Like I said, if I could do some of that stuff starting in 3rd grade, I'm pretty sure the rest, you know, everybody else can handle it. I have every confidence. Okay, so I love this tool. It breaks up my burger just great. If you want to serve a whole burger and then cut it, I suppose you could do that. I just prefer with salad to break it up. And whenever I've gone out and I've actually ordered a dish a lot like this, and restaurants will make it for you. Sometimes they'll make things, a lot of times actually, they will make things that's not on the menu if you just ask. So I have asked for like things like a bacon cheeseburger salad, and they'll break it up for me, or just a hamburger salad, much like this. They do get a little weird when I tell them the dressing that went with that particular salad, so sometimes I don't do that, but it's actually ketchup and mustard, and they give me this look like, are you kidding? It doesn't taste that bad, really, if you think about it as just a hamburger on a bed of lettuce. This one's recipe, as you saw, just didn't incorporate ketchup. It does have its own unique flavor, though. So we're almost done cooking here. Thank you. And I'm going to throw some of these bacon bits in just to heat them up a little bit. And then we're going to build our salad, and I'm going to let y'all go. Okay. Thank you all for chiming in. I appreciate it, because you know what? Alone in the kitchen, I don't feel so alone now. Thank you. Alright, so I'm adding a bit of the bacon bits, heating them up. Alright, well, I guess it's going to still go out on me, so I'm going to go by memory, because I'm not going to try and work with electronics. I can do this. I did forget one thing. That's my thing. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is just put the lettuce, start with the lettuce in. Okay, whatever lettuce you choose. Like I said, it did call for the iceberg. I prefer the spring mix, so this is what I'm going with. And then it wanted me to layer the onions. The directions do, but like I said, you don't always have. So there's that part of it, and we're almost with the hamburger. Yay! Okay, pickles. I believe we're supposed to be layered down there and then everything on the top. And like I said, skipping the cheese, but the cheese would go on right about at this time. So, there we go. I am having fun. How many people are having fun today? Okay, if you want the recipe, I modified it, but if you want the recipe, you are more than welcome to have it. I will send you the link. I don't just assume that everyone wants it, so that's why, well, that and I'm technologically challenged, as you can probably see. All right, so, and if you want to know anything about keto, I don't mind answering questions and about weight loss and inch loss, things like that, and getting generally healthy. If you've been working at it, you've been frustrated, I was there too. Don't feel bad about asking. We all need to learn, okay? And enough of that. I think we're going to go ahead and scoop it on. Shut the burner off. Now you're going to see there's quite a lot of bit of fat in there. I just use a slotted spoon to scoop it out. And then we'll have this for leftovers later, and leftovers are cool because it means you don't have to cook again. Okay, everyone. Oh my goodness. So I modified mine. How do you modify yours when you modify? Do you have like dietary requirements? Might as well. Okay. So then I'm just going to scoop it on. And it made quite a generous amount, so, alright. Just kind of do the sauce on. And if you find this sauce isn't your thing, you can always create one of your own, but I thought this was interesting. Alright. Ta-da! Finished product! I hope y'all are having a great day. If you have questions on keto, there is another thing. You can look at my group, Lisa's Patches for Me. I post recipes on there, and this will be on there, and all that. So I have no problem helping you out with that. As I've said before, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and just stay good, stay calm. Bye.